This is the sublime mathematics of diabetic arithmetic. The mitochondria have an assembly line called the electron transport chain. These mitochondria cannot function without melanocytes, melanosomes, and of course melanin. This assembly line recycles phosphorus so our cells can produce light to earn respect. This is the sublime mathematics of diabetic arithmetic. The electron transport chain has 5 sections or 5 cytochromes: cyto, cell, chrome, color or pigment. Cytochrome is the cellular pigments. The 5th is the ATPase pump or turbine. The base of this unit or FO motor, the counterclockwise clepsydra, has 9 to 12 components that cycle protons to power the pump. To earn respect. Each ATP must be utilized with magnesium. Magnesium is atom number 12 on the periodic table. The 12-unit FO water clock creates the 12 kBT energy that must bind to the 12th atom on the periodic table. This is the sublime mathematics of diabetic arithmetic. 7.3 kcals per mole divided by 0.60 equals 12. The ATP has an average value of 12 kBT in available energy. A mole, based on the historical definition of the mole, as the amount of substance that corresponds to the number of atoms in 12 grams of carbon-12. This is the sublime mathematics of diabetic arithmetic.
Dad, the CMOS is burning. Come check it.
Oh my God, bro. What are you doing? Why didn't you just... Ah! My name is Minister Enqi. I am the naturopathic doctor and the spokesman for the Melanin Verse Diabetes Ministry. Every time you go to the supermarket without the electrician grocery shopping list, it's like putting a loaded gun to your head. Stop playing Russian roulette with your life. Help us make America great again. Learn how to save time. Learn how to save money with the electrician grocery shopping list on Amazon now. Go to Amazon now. The life you save may be your own.
Period. You just got to have the nutrients. So are you going to pay $1,000 to have this nutrient profile circulating in your blood, or are you going to pay $65?
People are always asking me about nutrition. The most important thing they need to know is about Blue Magic. This is a CMOS product that I use over 30 herbs from Dr. Sebi and Dr. Enqi, mixed into 4 different sea mosses. Loaded with vitamin D and has every mineral that the body needs. You think I got abs like these on my own? Hard work and a lot of sea moss. I use this every day after every workout with my meals. You can get it at AmericanHealer.website.
Boy, goddamn, this nigga Dr. Enqi, he gonna have a field day.
As a whole, it seems like those type of allegations come about a lot throughout dudes who was part of like that conscious community sect. As a whole, it seems like those type of allegations come about a lot throughout dudes who was part of like that conscious community sect. As a whole, it seems like those type of allegations come about a lot throughout dudes who was part of like that conscious community sector.
Trial that they had, they couldn't reach a verdict because there wasn't no evidence. She had supposedly wrote a letter, then the letter got written up, so it really was just his word against her word. He took a lie detector test. Lie detector tests are not admissible. He passed a lie detector test, so the first trial, they couldn't come to a conclusion, so they had a retrial. When they did the retrial, they couldn't come to a conclusion. The jury couldn't come to a conclusion on that one either. The judge said, I'm not letting y'all leave until y'all come to a conclusion, and then they found him guilty.
So, my question is, so we went to the box. How long ago was this, Cap?
2013.
And he ain't came back on the appeal yet?
He been fighting appeals. I haven't spoken to him in maybe a year or so.
Cap, when they tested her hymen, was her hymen broken or was it still intact?
It wasn't broken. No, her hymen was not broken.
Enqi, you need to go get the work.
I just said that.
Enqi.
Yeah, you can get the work and see. I just said that her hymen was.
Oh, wait. The difference that you're missing between Captain's man and my man, Wack, when you forget the questions, all these questions you asked me today, Wack, ask Captain Tazaryach if he's sending calls and letters.
DNA evidence.
Ask Captain Tazaryach if he's sending calls, letters, and money to support his pedophile homeboy that's in prison.
You told me to.
I take his calls.
I'll follow instructions.
You send him money?
Yeah, I've sent money. I ain't sent money in a while, but I've sent money, yeah.
Okay. Well, I ain't did none of that for Polite.
Polite had DNA evidence. This brother passed a lie detector test. If you'd have been in the first case, the evidence just didn't support it. It was just his word. She just said it. And he said he did.
So he's making a moral decision because he took it to the box, didn't plead out. Lie detector test.
Matter of fact, I forgot this part. Yeah, I forgot this part, Wack. When the second trial,
I need to run through that work to make sure you straight, Cap.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care about running. I don't care.
And the hymen is ripped, and the lie detector test ain't there, and there's some physical evidence. Boy, goddamn, this nigga Dr. Enqi, he gonna have a field day.
We're gonna follow up from the fact that Tazaryach still sends money to a present-day ISUPK member who is presently convicted for child molestation. That is still accepted and embraced by the ISUPK community. Now we fast forward, and what's that guy's name again? That's incarcerated for child molestation?
Tazaryach. Yeah, I can't pronounce it too.
No problem.
Tazaryach.
Yeah, no problem. Tazaryach. Okay, so Tazaryach is presently incarcerated for child molestation, and Tazaryach still sends him money, and the ISUPK still has his membership instated.
Yes, when I first went to someone outside of ISUPK and I spoke with them, and they told me and informed me to be careful because his niece just got out of it, in which what they noticed that they were setting up is that a lot of them get, women, single mothers with teenage girls, so that when the teenage girls are ready, just as GMS, they explained it, that what the GMS does, that they believe the same thing, but they hide it. You don't find out until you get in there.
You said it was okay to rape 12-year-old girls. I don't know if that's true.
Brother, which we teach now is that when you go into the law in the ancient world, men if they saw a woman that they like, they can grab the woman up and rape the woman, man. and we're gonna read the scriptures. We're gonna read the scriptures, all right?
Somebody
hell no, you didn't have no problem with that.
Years old. The Lord has a period. No, but that's not good law.
Well, let me say this. Let me say this.
The Lord didn't have a problem with men raping a 12-year-old or any woman that they saw on sight.
The Lord didn't have a problem with it.
Why you David B?
Okay. But you know what you're thinking? See, you were brought up in this man's food system, so that's how you think. That's how you think. But back in the ancient world, if you saw, we're talking about, grab a woman, man.
And God had no problem with this.
Of course not. Let me tell you something, man. I mean, I don't want to speak like this around a woman, you know. But I'm gonna say this, man. Let me say this, bro. Let me say this.
I'm listening.
Most women dream about that.
It's true.
All right? Most women fantasize about that, man.
As a whole, it seems like those type of allegations come about a lot throughout dudes who was part of like that conscious community sector.
I don't want to speak like this around a woman, you know. But I'm gonna say this, man. Let me say this, bro. Let me say this.
I'm listening.
Most women dream about that.
It's true.
All right? Most women fantasize about that, man.
Can I tell you something?
All right? Hey, man, my Ephraimite woman, when we used to do our thing, she used to say, well, go in the room and put clothes on, put a mask on, and bust in the door and rape my ass. Okay? And you know, when you do that with a woman, most of the women don't report that shit.
No, but listen.
They out there, brother. They out there, brother.
Let's not get lost. 12.
Women like
No, bro.
you to go rape people, man.
We're not telling it's not all right. In this society, it's not all right.
The scripture said you can do it. But you're saying that.
But you don't do that.
But the scripture say you can.
The Lord.
But you know what? The scriptures also
when
say
they don't allow us to do as the Lord would have permitted.
Well, it's true. Yes, that's true.
And as far now, I'm talking in terms of raping a woman on sight if I wanted to.
First of all, the woman doesn't.
Go to the scripture. Go to the scripture.
Yeah, the scripture answers it better.
That's scripture.
Deuteronomy 22 and 25. But if a man find a betrothed damsel in the field, and the man force her, verse 28. My bad. Verse 28. Yeah, verse 28. If a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed.
The word virgin, by the way, is a Hebrew word. Let me see if I remember. Bathwala. All right? Now, the prophecy of Mary, a virgin shall conceive. The word there, virgin, is ayalama, which means young woman of marriageable age.
Gotcha.
Virgin in here means bathwala, virgin, a woman that never been, hit, so to speak.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
If a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, and lay hold on her, and lie with her, and they be found, then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver,
a dowry,
and she shall be his wife, because he hath humbled her, he may not put her away all his days.
Now, when you go back, and you know the Hebrew,
when you sound like prostitution now.
No. He grabbed the woman in the field. The word, no. He humbled it. He gave it to the father after the fact. The word humble, when you go into the Hebrew, the word humble is the word aina. Yep. When you look up the word aina, it means to force, to take by force, to arrest. So what does that word mean? Rape. Yeah. It means rape.
I understand. Okay. Now, the next question is this. Now that the Bible has made it clear that it's permissible to rape, why are we still reading the Bible?
Because you know what? Because it's in the Bible. We have faith in the Bible. We have faith in the Most High. Whatever the Most High says, we got to accept it, man. What? You know you. Of course. Absolutely. Once you come into the faith, you know who you remind me of, man. You remind me of Neo. Talking to you remind me of Neo talking to Morpheus.
Boy, goddamn, this nigga Dr. Enqi, he gonna have a field day.
And when he said this is the reality and it was a thermonuclear war, and he showed you what's going to happen to America, what did he do? He threw up. That's what you're going through, man.
So you telling me
Hold on.
Movies.
Hold on.
Movies.
You're telling me if somebody was to rape your grandbaby that's 12 years old, you will be all right with that? God forbid. You will be all right with that?
In the kingdom, I couldn't do nothing about it in the kingdom.
In the kingdom
is
What do you mean by the kingdom? This is getting crazy, man. What do you mean by the kingdom?
We're looking for a kingdom. We're looking for this white man to go down very soon and for us to come up.
So if y'all got a chance to be on your own land, like the pale Jews is trying to do,
it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
What? The Israelite women they're gonna come freely to the men.
That's right.
We're gonna have to beat them off with a baseball bat. You know what I'm saying?
Now that day obviously hasn't come yet. So what we're gonna do is talk about.
Wait a minute. Isaiah, what's that? Isaiah 4:1.
Do that, man.
Isaiah 4:1.
Yeah.
It was the African that raped them.
I gotta read that.
You know?
You missed the whole point. You missed the whole point.
Listen, let's let the scripture speak. Isaiah 4:1. And in that day, to back up the elder, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying we will eat.
7 means completion. 1,000 women.
Right.
Case in point, King Solomon had 1,000 women. He had listen. He had 700 wives and 300 concubines. You know what a concubine is? A woman that you just go and do your business and keep it moving. All right.
Yeah. So this is the day that's fast approaching, and in that day 7 women, which the brother explained it. 7 women shall take hold of one man. One man.
Yes.
All right. Saying we will eat our own bread, meaning they're gonna cook.
You don't gotta pay rent. You don't gotta do
Now you see the deep shit about this is that it caters a lot to men.
As a whole, it seems like those type of allegations come about a lot throughout dudes who was part of like that conscious community sector.
Let me ask you a question, brother. Before this keeps going, we have to ask you a question. How many of you are fathers here? Just be for real. If you're a father. Now, what if someone is overwhelmed by the spirit of the Most High God, and he reads your scripture and he take your daughter and he just rape your daughter? What do you say to that? If he live like you live, walk like you walk, talk like you talk. Because y'all live amongst each other.
Yeah.
Y'all live amongst each other. So what happens when one of y'all feels so overwhelmed by the spirit of God that when you see one of each other's daughters, you just grab her up? You gonna tell one of these brothers here, come on, you know the doctrine. You know how it get when you get.
Well, answer it.
We just told you that
how would y'all respond?
In this time,
that was
But if it did happen, But if it did happen, you would allow it to happen. Why? Because you go back to the scriptures.
You're supposed to be a brother.
Hold on. You're gonna allow one of your brothers to rape your daughter?
Boy, goddamn, this nigga Dr. Enqi, he gonna have a field day.
Rape simply means to grab. What? Rape simply means to grab.
You talking about? Now we read the verse. Where someone was
in the kingdom of heaven. Hey, look.
No. We read the verse, man.
When the kingdom is established, we're gonna get women when they 12 years old.
What?
When the kingdom is established, we're gonna get women when they 12 years old.
Right.
All right.
Boy, goddamn, this nigga Dr. Enqi, he gonna have a field day.
It again? As soon as they start in the kingdom of heaven, when their period starts, that's when they become a woman.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna deal with them when their period starts.
Right.
When their monthly starts.
Question.
Have sex with them. Have babies, man.
With 12-year-olds?
Brother, there's in the kingdom we're gonna do that, man. We're gonna get them young.
Where's this
We're gonna get them young.
And the kingdom is coming.
The kingdom is right here, but the Most High is gonna establish the kingdom. All right.
Can I say something?
No, look up in Google women that were pregnant under the age of 12. You got 9-year-old women that were pregnant. You got 11-year-old that were pregnant. Yeah. As soon as they get their period, they become a woman.
When did Eve become a woman? When did Eve become a woman according to the Bible?
When did Eve become a woman?
At what age did she become a woman according to the Bible?
It doesn't tell you whenever she got a period.
What? Yeah, and then when the first trial,
I'm not, because we already know this
before the second trial.
Tazaryach for years.
Before the second trial began, they actually offered him a plea. The plea that they offered him was no jail time, whatever, 10 years. He would have just had to be on the sex register offenders list, which would have been over by now, because this was 2013, so now it's 2024. He would have never did no jail time. He just had to register as a sex offender, and he said, no, I'm not doing that because I didn't do anything. So he didn't even take a plea where he didn't have to do no jail time. So all of those factored into why I didn't think he did it, because Anybody else would have just did the sex offender 10 years as opposed to doing time in jail for it. So.
But end of the day, you do support your convicted PDFs.
Everybody that's in jail is not guilty of the crimes that they committed.
That's true. That is
we have a whole prison department of a lot of brothers.
That is a certified fact.
Matter of fact, Zakar's cousin is in Clinton Correctional.
Conversation change. Ooh, shit.
Zakar's cousin is in Clinton Correctional. He had 50 years, just got bumped down to 3. He'll be home soon. He's an officer in the school. So we work with a lot of inmates in school. In prisons. So
listen. Hey, listen. I love when niggas get adjusted and the tempers come down.
There ain't no adjusted. It don't bother. I can be level-headed because I don't lie. The reason why you get hype and do all the threatening with the violence and make up stories because you've been lying. I'm not lying.
Nah, only one of us is being himself.
Community brothers.
Yeah, go ahead. Yes, sir.
Why do it seem like the conscious community brothers always got niggas who got cases like that? Like those type of cases or accusations?
That's a good question, champ.
With the brother on our side, he had just won a child. What was also coincidence, he just won a child support case against the same woman where he didn't have to pay no more child support because he had a degenerative back condition. So they threw out child support. Once that happened, then that's when the charge came about him. So
no, I okay, that's cool with his case, but I'm saying just as a whole, it seems like those type of allegations come about a lot throughout dudes who was part of like that conscious community sector. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Dr.
Polite. Come out a lot about everybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. I wouldn't put that just on I wouldn't put that just on a conscious community.
Conscious community.
Mm-hmm. Look at Bambaataa. Look at
Bambaataa.
That's true too, though.
Yeah, look at Bambaataa. That's hip. Yeah, look at Bambaataa. That's hip hop.
Yeah, Bambaataa.
Look at the church. Yeah, you look at the church.
Capt,
unfortunately, that's everywhere. Yeah,
that's just people.
And then you got groups of people that believe in statutory rape as a right.
Like who? Hold on, who's believing that?
Well, you got certain groups of Muslims. You got a lot of different groups of Hebrew Israelites.
Don't do that.
There we go.
Oh, boy. Hold on. What you mean Muslims?
Hold on. No. I'm just saying.
What Muslims you talking about?
No, it's different groups of Muslims.
I'm asking you what group is specific.
I'm telling you. Listen, I could bring up the video of the Hebrew Israelites arguing that it's their right to rape a little girl.
He's not lying about that. There's a group called GMS. Yeah, GMS is an Israelite group that would teach that you can actually essay a woman.
Yeah.
So they was out there teaching us.
GMS is still around?
Oh.
They not as popular. I think after that video with Polite asking them questions, they kind of dwindled down after that. So they not as popular.
So what Muslim group you saying that?
Let me ask you.
I don't know no Muslims that. I don't know no black Muslims that.
That was the key phrase right there, Cat.
Black.
Yeah, that's why I had to say black. Yeah, that's why I had to put the black in there. But we talk about black people, though. I thought we was talking about black people.
Nah, that's not Muslim.
There's countries that they have a different age system for when you available to be married. So young girls.
Well, believe it or not, where you from? New York?
Yes, sir.
Y'all 17, Jersey 16. So you saying that to say what?
And you go further down south somewhere, it's some other,
it's 30-something 17s, about 12, 14, 16s, the rest 18s.
Exactly.
You know what it is.
So there you go. Now, if you want to use that,
there's no
hold on. If you want to use that,
that's false statements, bro. You making false statements.
Wait, what's the false statement? Hold on. What's the false statement I just made? Let him identify it.
I'm gonna tell you the false statement. So when we speak,
no, you're not the same person. Let him tell me the false statement.
I'm gonna tell you because I'm Muslim. Just lavish you talking to. So look, when you speak, you gotta.
You gotta clear that up, bro.
Right. So when you say Muslims say that it's okay to have sex one day, that's crazy. There's a difference between what the religion believes and what the people who are in the religion believe. So If they practice that over there in those countries, that's not a Muslim thing. That's what they people over there do. That's their nation. That's their country. That's their shit. It's not the religion that does it.
Oh, yeah. I would probably add that the culture of the country, even outside of the religion, probably okays that too. I think that's what Lav is saying. So it wouldn't just be like that.
So let me ask y'all both these two questions. Since I got a Bible person and a Quran person here, are y'all both saying with everybody listening that the Quran is against underage marriage? And are you saying, Captain Tazaryach, that the Bible speaks against underage marriage as well? Are y'all both saying that there are no incidences of underage marriage or sex or anything like that in the Bible or the Quran?
I don't know of any underage marriage in the Bible. In the King James Bible, I don't know of any underage marriage.
And where's lackluster?
I'm assuming underage, you're talking about 12 to what, 16? That age range, or 12 to 15 or something like. What's the age?
I would say 15.
I don't.
You see now, getting fucked up, man.
All right. So first of all, the marriage age is puberty. That's pretty much the average. A little before, a little after. That's the time. So it's all underage because the marriage age is 12, 13 years old. That's number one. Secondly, when we're talking about this verse here, this is a PDF file right here, technically, because the verse states to the Israelites taking vengeance on the Midianites, kill all the men, kill all the boys, and kill all the women who have already had sex. Keep the ones that have not had sex yet with any, who have not had sex yet. Keep the virgins for yourself so you can have sex with them. So now, if the age of consent is typically puberty, when you're talking about the virgins are going to be primarily, you're going to have some older ones that nobody want to marry, but primarily, you're talking about a crop of young kids here. So this is what I'm saying here. This whole thing here, see, this is where the mind games come in. This is where clarity got to get established.
Yeah, there's no age in the Bible of any of the women, really. The closest you get in the New Testament, you get Anna. She got married at 6 years after she came on her flowers. So you're talking about maybe 18, 19, something like that. So I don't know of any underage marriages in the Bible because there ain't no age of the women. It'll say they're a virgin, but a virgin is just a young woman. So she could be 18, she could be 25.
Okay. And as far as the Quran permits marriage at puberty, right? Where's my man Lackluster? He slipped up out of here?
That's what the Quran, there's some instances in the Quran from back.
You quiet now. So you came in sounding like you just sounding like you just dropped the brick off in 1987, again, and now you quiet. We could barely hear you.
So again,
now we could barely hear you. Can you say that again louder so the people in the back can hear that you just admitted that it's some instances in the Quran? What was you saying again? Say that out loud.
See, what you're saying right now is there instances in the Quran once again from that nation, from that country
in the Quran,
right?
the book. In the book. I'm asking you the book. The Quran? The book the Muslims study?
Shut up, nigga. Okay? you just talking. Just shut up. Listen. Okay. So it's once again from that country, right? Because that's
which country?
Exception, right?
Which country?
In Africa, right?
Which country?
Back in the day, that's what they did. Right? Just like in
which country? Africa's a continent.
Nigga, shut up.
See, you in trouble, Captain. You came up here talking crazy, and you allowing these niggas. This nigga don't even read books. He don't even sound like he's comfortable with words that's bigger than 7 letters.
You talking about the Quran, Enqi? The Quran do allow that.
Hold up, Cap.
What you say, Captain?
Hold up, Enqi.
I said the Quran does allow that. The Quran do allow that.
Hold up, Cap.
What'd you say, Captain?
Hold up, Enqi.
I said the Quran does allow that. The Quran do allow that.
Hold up, Cap.
What'd you say, Captain?
Hold up, Enqi.
I said the Quran does allow that.
You just talking.
There we go.
And I don't really like fast talking niggas like that.
Okay, well, let me slow it down for you.
Shut up.
Can you shut up and let him land?
Shut up. This not that. We're not just because I know a lot of niggas like you who want to. Your debate tactic is let me keep talking while this nigga talking and getting loud and da. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. All right? So look. So once again, back in the day, right? Just like in the Bible or in the Torah, or if you look at the Sumerian tablets or the Epic of Gilgamesh, there's shit that happened back then that we wouldn't deem fit over here in our culture. So yes, in the Quran, there is certain things like like you said, the age of puberty and all that stuff. That's because their nation allowed that. So it is in the book. Does that make sense to you?
Lavish, I would say they culture. Nation too, but I would say culture.
Not like a nation of Islam, but
so can I ask you this next?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes more, you know, get what I'm saying?
The instructions for how to be a Muslim, is that not the Quran? Is the Quran not the instruction manual for how to be a Muslim?
Yeah.
Okay, so the Muslims all around the world, they are all claiming to follow the Quran, right?
You heed by the messages.
I'm just asking you a yes or no question. Wait. This is 100 ENT. It's a yes or no question, champ. Where the yes or no shit at now? Where the energy at? Yes or no? Are the people around the world following the Quran, bro? Yes or no?
But when you go on to things like religion, it's not just yes or no. Because it's not that simple.
Okay.
As if it was
so you can decide, hold on. So you can decide what to pick and choose from the Quran that you will follow.
Yeah.
Enqi, you kind of rebounded a little bit here.
Yeah, you did. A little bit. Sort of.
Yeah. Enqi, you done rebounded a little bit. Because that Quran, boy, you get into Muhammad, man. I mean,
it's tricky.
I don't know.
It
gets tricky because they start talking about Muhammad's, wife or whatever. I don't know. Yeah.
So this, going back to the question the brother asked me about 30 minutes ago, why does this pop up in the conscious community, the PDF files? I would say that it pops up all over the place, like Wack said, but I would say that depending on the culture and the mindset of the people you bring together, you will have a little bit more or less of any different type of behavior pattern. And if you line up a bunch of people that believe that the biblical, the Quran way of having relationships, multiple wives, multiple concubines, puberty is the time that a girl becomes a woman, then you're going to probably have a higher percentage of that type of behavior amongst that group because they believe that God gives them rights that the government does not.
See. So with the Quran, just like as the Bible comes in many forms and in different translations down the time, right? So it's like there's different ayats and surahs that others may follow to denounce certain things that happen in the Quran itself. You get what I'm trying to say?
Listen, I do help, so trust me. I understand Band-Aids, gauzes, casts. I know you trying to patch this shit up. I know you peroxide.
This nigga crazy.
I know you trying to get this shit together up here.
This nigga is crazy. I know. So he's one of these one of your niggas, Capt. Oh my God. You
No. I wouldn't say one of my niggas, but I know Enqi. I know of Enqi. I can't say I know him, but I know of Enqi. He's been in the community for a while, like in what they call a conscious community for a while.
Hey, you just gotta keep it a bean, Enqi, man. I mean, some shit. I mean, the some shit in there, man, is just you can't go for it. You know what I mean? And that's just what you believe in.
Hey,
you know what I mean? It's up to you. What's going on, Dale?
Nah, hey, I'm from Philly, so it's a heavy Muslim presence.
You are not from Philly.
I love you too, man. But listen, here's the deal though. Ain't no Muslim over here, black Muslim, supporting none of that. So
Said
just
black.
stick
So
with
you
that.
smart down too. You
Just stick
smart
with
down
that.
too. You said
Like I
black.
said,
You smart.
Yeah. Just say that. Just leave it there, man. The rest of
Just
it,
say
it
black,
get
because
murky.
once you start trying to make it all ethnicities, you're gonna be in a fistful.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
like I said, that's
Say black.
their thing over there, man. You know what I mean?
And look, no, I don't know what Lavish got going on, but you know, different people say that they got different ways of following the religion. I just had to shut Zip with the Drip down. Me and Zip with the Drip went back and forth for about 2-3 weeks about this, because Zip is trying to tell me that he's the type of Muslim that he is, allows you to sell drugs, allow you to use drugs. I'm trying to figure out
who's
what
Zip
kind
with
of
the Drip.
Quran.
Who's that?
Okay, so you ain't really hip. Okay, but most of the people listening, they know Zip. Zip is a internet personality, but you know he on the jail platform. You know, he talk about jail stories, how long he did, who snitching, who ratting, that kind of.
No, we absolutely do not.
Fuck you talking about, nigga? And not that they was selling crack, nigga. I sold crack, nigga. And if I had a good number on it, I probably would do it right now.
Oh, you who believe, approach not prayer when ye are intoxicated until ye know what ye say. That's what I said, homie. Don't approach your prayers intoxicated until you know, because you could curse yourself.
Weed, marijuana, ganja, whatever it is that you call it, it is a type of khamr, and it is a transgression against Allah.
What I'm saying, I talked on my live yesterday. I specifically said I do not come over here and get into it with these brothers, but I can shut niggas down, son. I did all of that before. I read all of the books they read. I read them too. So now I'm equipped with something that y'all ain't equipped with.
There you go.
So let me ask you a question. Hold on, let me ask you a question. So what does the Quran say about selling crack?
Nothing. Not a word.
An advice يعني, to anyone who is involved in the buying and selling of drugs, and more so the selling specifically يعني, the drug dealers. يعني, what do you say, subhanallah? Wallahi, يعني, they are from, and you are from, the scummiest of people on the face of this earth. يعني. And wallahi, you can see the consequences that it causes with families, with people losing their positions and their jobs and their wealth and their health, and possibly even leads to suicide. Yani, how can you be so heartless to deal with drugs and the likes, yani, seeing your community like that?
Oh, so it's lawful.
It don't say nothing about selling crack.
It don't say nothing about polluting the body.
The Quran was revealed 1440 something years ago. 1440 something years ago, the Quran was revealed, and you start asking me about selling crack.
And if I had a good number on it, I probably would do it right now.
What the Quran say about crack? The conscious community is sleep. If you're a representative for the conscious community, then the conscious community is sleep.
So our next question, Sheikh, is are we sinful for selling drugs?
Of course, selling drugs is haram. Is haram because it is considered as intoxicant. It intoxicates, it corrupts the mind of the person who uses it. It causes a lot of fitna, damage to the community.
Listen, does it say anything in the Quran about polluting the body? Perhaps. You mean you don't know?
Perhaps.
So you saying you don't know? When you say
I don't know everything in the Quran. I never sat here and said I know everything in the Quran. So perhaps it does.
Okay, so perhaps it stands to reason that maybe we're not asleep, and the things that I'm speaking on are things that you have yet to learn.
I know that crack was invented in the 1980s. The Quran was revealed in the year 700 and something. I know for a fact crack selling is not mentioned in the Quran. I know that for a fact. God gave me.
Hold on. And I also know for a fact that intoxicants poisons, hallucinogens, and theogens was not just invented, and drugs and mind-altering substances been around
Okay, so it is translated
for thousands of years, and so the Quran speaks explicitly about poisoning the body and also about leading others to poison their bodies following your example.
I don't know too much about that. I know in the Quran, it's translated that Allah say, don't drink liquor. I don't drink liquor.
Me neither.
All right. I ain't asked you whether or not you drink liquor. I'm saying that it's translated in the Quran that Allah say, don't drink. And the word is kamra. You translate kamra, that's fermented fruit, strong drink, wine. Allah say don't drink that. I don't drink liquor, you heard?
Shit like that.
Allah don't say don't put intoxicants into your body. It's translated in the Quran that Allah say do not approach your prayers in an intoxicated state or until you know what you're going to say. The word there, intoxicants, the word there that's translated is sukkah. Sukkah, that means intoxicated. You could be that coming out of some hiney. You could be that arguing with your brother. In a state of life. And you don't know, you understand what I'm saying? So Allah don't say don't use intoxicants.
Let me ask you a question.
He say don't.
It's high.
Let me finish saying what I'm saying. Allah don't say don't use intoxicants. Allah say don't drink liquor. Allah say don't approach your prayers in an intoxicated state or until you know what you're saying. So that's the dalil I got on that. If you want to know why I smoke weed, because Allah said don't approach your prayers in an intoxicated state or until you know what you gonna say. I know how to say them, you heard? I don't never get to slipping when I'm on no weed, you heard? What happened?
Hold on. So high is not the same as intoxicated.
Don't approach your prayers in an intoxicated state or until you know what you say.
Okay. So it's okay to be intoxicated as
Allah has said, it is translated in the Quran, do not approach your prayers in an intoxicated state or until you know what you are going to say.
So I'm just trying to ask a question for clarity.
Take that up with the scholars, homie.
So, literally, my problem is, so I smoked weed. I used to smoke weed, and at the same time, like I stopped for 2 hours before the prayer, so I can pray.
طيب زكريا, let's begin from the scratch. In Surah Al-Ma'idah, the Almighty Allah says, يا أيها الذين آمنوا إنما الخمر والميسر والأنصاب والأزلام رجس من عمل الشيطان فاجتنبوه لعلكم تفلحون. And this is the final stage, the ayah which finalized the verdict on every intoxicant in the form of liquid or solid or the way of administration, inhalation, drinking or injection. All of that is forbidden. Every intoxicant is haram to consume. Whether before the prayer or after Isha, you still have several hours until Fajr, so you smoke weed. Smoking weed in Islam is a major sin. And those who disobey Allah the Almighty in this command, He distanced them from Himself. So be careful. Maybe because it has become legal in many states, in the USA and many European countries, you think it's halal. No. Haram does not become halal because constitutionally or because of the local law or because of the federal government made it halal.
No, I'm asking you.
Take that up with the scholars. Don't work. You're not Muslim. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Take that up with the scholars.
The smoke now that you here. Listen, you here now. You can't.
And I'm wilding you up. You looking stupid on here.
I understand.
You looking stupid on here.
I hear you. Listen.
I got you looking stupid on here, bro. Dr. Enqi. You might need to take that doctor off your name. Get the brother Be brother Enqi or something.
Hold on, listen.
Student.
So what you're
Student
saying,
Enqi. Lips pupil. I got you looking crazy on here.
Speech. Listen. So answer the question. So you're saying that the Quran says it's okay to be intoxicated during prayer as long as you know what you're going to say.
See, what you are doing, right, is you are alluding to some things, you heard? I said what the Quran translated is saying, you heard? That's what the Quran say. If you want to know what that means, then you have to go holler at the scholars.
Weed, marijuana, ganja, whatever it is that you call it, it is a type of khamr, and it is a transgression against Allah. Anything that clouds the mind, veils the mind, is referred to as khamr. The word khamr doesn't mean wine or alcohol. What it means is it comes from the word yukhammirul aql. It hides over, it glosses over, it veils the mind. And that's why sisters, the hijab that they wear, one of its correct names is khimar, meaning it's something that veils the body, veils the bosom area, the neck, the hair, and it drops down from the head down. Khamr is covering of the intellect, that it inebriates you, makes you unable to make the same types of judgments that you would make had you not been on that particular drug. It harms your deen and your relationship with Allah. Allah would say, don't come to prayer while you are in a state of intoxication, and then He prohibited intoxication. When a person smokes weed, it takes a long time to get out of their system.
You be making up your own shit as you go along.
No, I read the Quran. You know what I'm saying? Allah says in the Kitab, is translated, that He raises those in degrees of intelligence as He see fit. You heard? Also in the Quran is translated that He said, I made the Quran easy for you to understand. Right? And so these things, I'm reading it, I'm getting the gist of what's going on. Allah also says in the Quran is translated that the Christians and the Jews went astray because they took the words of the rabbis and the monks over what Allah said, you heard? So therefore, I definitely, if I read something in the Quran and I get a good understanding from it, I feel I'm not gonna listen to nobody else sway that opinion, you heard? Yeah.
All right. Hey, yo, hold on. Enqi, man. This brother got knowledge and information. You can't be in jail all this time and don't get no knowledge, brother.
No. Yo, Sinetta. It's a lot of brothers like that. It's a lot of brothers like that. And so he probably thought he was barking up one of those kind of trees, you heard?
Yeah,
but I ain't the one. I ain't the one.
Hold on. So, Sinetta, just for the record, you agree that the Quran says, because you know Brother Lai is going to be on here and he's going to fact check this. So you agree, Sinetta, that the Quran says it's okay to be intoxicated during prayer as long as you know the words of the prayer?
Weed, marijuana, ganja, whatever it is that you call it, it is a type of khamr, and it is a transgression against Allah.
All right, this is what I'm going to say. This is between you and Zip with the drip. And you're not getting me involved in y'all two argument. I'm going to stay neutral.
Yeah.
Back, brother. That's between y'all two. See, Enqi, I'm a chess player, bro. You can't get me on that, man. Come on. You got to get Zip with that, not me.
Nah, you're gonna have to take that over to scholars. You want me to read this out of the Quran, right?
Because Zip is already confused. So
hold up. Can I read the Quran? Oh, you will believe. Approach not prayer when ye are intoxicated until ye know what ye may say, nor when ye are polluted, unless ye may be passing through, until ye may wash yourself, and if ye may be sick. Basically, what I just said. Oh, you who believe, approach not prayer when ye are intoxicated until ye know what ye say. That's what I said, homie. Don't approach your prayers intoxicated until you know, because you could curse yourself.
Wait, and finish reading after that part where it says, unless you know what you're going to say. Keep reading.
Nor when ye are polluted, meaning when you're not.
Hold on. Stop right there. So, what is your definition of polluting your body? Because
that's not what that means. See, that's what I'm saying. You're not a Muslim. I ain't even really got to go through this with you. But when he's saying not polluted, you got to keep reading. Unless ye wash yourself. You see what I'm saying? So what he mean is, So what he mean is, if you take a pee-pee and you don't make woo-doo, if you do-do and don't make woo-doo, if you have sex and you don't make woo-doo, that's when you polluted, homie. Or
Okay, so
goosoo, or woo-doo, or goosoo.
When you put crack in your body, that body is not polluted?
I don't know about that. I never did that. You got to take that up with the crackhead. What a crackhead think about right before they take a hit? I don't know. Probably a whole lot of mistakes. I don't know. Why you asking me about that?
Okay, when you consume tobacco, is your body polluted?
Yo, bro, I don't got to make voodoo if I smoke a cigarette.
So a cigarette is not polluting your body?
Homie, this is what I'm saying. If Allah didn't say something was haram, then nigga, you is not going to make it haram. That's the bottom line. So if Allah said he addressed everything that needed to be addressed in the kitab. So everything you coming up with, you fuel for the fire, nigga. You fuel for the fire. Woe to those who preach righteousness amongst the people and don't practice it themselves. You're going to be perfect for the fire. With my wee-wee all in your mouth. DM me on Instagram. I'm gonna send you my wee-wee. I dare you niggas quote, have God in y'all mouth, nigga. I see a picture of my wee-wee. You niggas be having God in y'all mouth when it's convenient for y'all. Like, what you doing? Like, you just riding my wee-wee for no reason. Get off my nuts, bro. Damn.
Flow verse flow, big bank verse little bank. His new nickname, Oscar Mayer or Little Frank. The sniffling and coughing ends in the coffin too. We know what you meant when you said you've been pushing the rock, gripping the biscuit, toting the llama, holding the pole, working the pistol. They have stolen your soul on the internet, pretending to be a mobster. On the low, you a nature boy, Frank's in your chakra. Let's get to jail. The part they ain't quick to tell. 20 years with an asshole full of shit to sell. Zip had weed, dope, and K2 since Rikers. Asshole open for business, even phones and lighters. Now how you managing all that inventory? Was you bending over Salat? Or that's a different story. Tell us the real reason you mad with the backpackers, cause you was forced to pack your back in the back of the shack. Kool-Aid, K2 crack, ramen noodle packs with lighters, burner phones, books, and blunt wraps. Is this nigga Frank Ocean or Frank Sinatra? Is the Frank stand laundering money for mobsters? Be frank, are you really the street mogul boy, or was your ass literally the Muslim mobile store? Yo, hold up. Damn, why we fucking up the flow? This nigga's a clown. Oh, shit. Today is not about this, though. Even though you see me in here with the work, putting in work. You know what I'm saying? I'm with the work, putting in work. Ironic though, right?
Yeah, how the tables have turned. I'm recording you in a grocery store now. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, instead of me recording you.
Yeah.
But here is the cheat code, right? Now, this is for, see, this is for people, but this is also for your cat and your dog. More so your dog than your cat. Cats, it's hard to get cats to do anything outside of me, you know what I'm saying? But for your dog, especially if you let your dog run around and play in the grass and all that, cheat code. Once a month, you should be mixing this in with your dog food. Right? And this is a good all year round thing for back to people again. To go in your smoothie. Like, this is epic for your smoothie right here. So now let's look at these right here. Can you see those? Good?
Yep.
See what it say for vitamin A. Zoom in on the vitamin A. Yeah. You see that?
Yeah.
So it's not really much difference between the bargain brand, that's how we do that, and the store brand. And if you look, you got 7 servings. So it's really, if you do a whole can of this in your blender, it's 700 times. It's 700 times with the daily, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so this is almost 1,000 mcg. So you figure just about 7,000 will go in your blender. Yeah. All right, yeah, so we're gonna grab this. All right, so let's take a look at this thing here. Now this is 13.8 cents per ounce. And then this one is 17.2 cents. So basically about a nickel more expensive per ounce. But the difference is this one is certified to be non-GMO, right? So overall, $1 difference, and it's non-GMO. So yeah, so in that regard, we're gonna go ahead and put this one back. But depending on budget, you know, depending on budget, you might want to go ahead and grab that, because you know what? This is the inside of the pumpkin, not the outside. Okay, hold up. Now I had to make some alternative audibles on the play. So instead of going with the big fat one, right? I said, you know what, we're gonna go with this one. Then in the last second, I see this one is, the 15 ounce is $3.29, but the Kroger one is $1.99. So I said, we getting ready to go with these right here, the Kroger brand, right? We getting ready to go with these. Then at the last minute, before we pulled off, I seen this right in the middle, perfection. These guys right here, we getting ready to grab these. Yeah, let's get 7 of these, Chase. Let's get 7 of them. Oh, here, you could be the cameraman since you don't want to be on the camera. Here, let me just get all these. Yeah, right in between. Go down to this price right here. I see that price was right in the middle, right? Right in between the $1.99 and the $3.29. This is perfect. GMO, organic. Trying to see what it say for the nutrition. It doesn't say what the vitamin A is. That is interesting. But we know what the vitamin A is. Through the roof. We know it's gonna be that same 930, 950. Yeah, we're gonna roll with that. All right. All right, so let's look at this price right here. Right, so what I want to do is actually, you know what? Cut. Let's check something else. All right, so now let's check this out. This is, so this is like almost $2 a pound. Okay, yeah, we're not doing that. All of these technically are sweet potatoes. You got these, and then you got these. You gotta show good, right?
One for 10.
Then these. Right? So, and then the one for these are just potatoes. I don't know if these are sweet potatoes or what, but I'm good on the microwave.
I mean, it says it. I don't know what they talking about though.
We're gonna
You might have to double bag it.
What do you think about this?
The purple ones?
Yeah. You want me to cook that?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Bro.
So you see, this is kale. Look at this down here. This is kale, carrots. Right. Now, here's the thing. The carrots is good. The sweet potatoes is good. But the greens have the most vitamin A per weight. Per weight, it got the most. Per cup, it got the least amount because of the volume size. But by weight, if you put it on the scale, 200 calories to 200 calories, greens is going to win out. So you're just going to have a variety of everything for the challenge. Right? That's why it's the Green Man Challenge. You know what I'm saying? Because the greens have the most reds. If that makes sense to you. All right, but I'm getting some of all of it. We're gonna get some carrots, we're gonna get some romaine. And usually have a dandelion up in here too. I don't know what happened to the dandelion. All right.
The Green Man Challenge is all about generational health. We trying to make 10K of a day a bare minimum, you heard? 10K a day of vitamin A, the bare minimum. What? In fact, as the divine soil, we trying to turn you into a plant. We want the various chlorophylls to be in your blood 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We want you to feel the benefit of what it feels like to build a circulating pool of pigments. A circulating pool of pigments. Now, you've never, ever felt your body with a full bloodstream of pigments 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This is a brand new level of health to reach, brand new level of mental health and cognitive ability. Pass these seeds on. The Green Man. Yeah. And then there's that. We're going to make sure that your insides are clean.